Seattle's Pioneer Square neighborhood has a rich history when it comes to jazz music. And tomorrow night, there's going to be a revival of the old jazz nights that were popular in the 80s and 90s. My next guests are among the musicians that will be playing at the event. Here's Michael, Devon, Tim, and songwriter Thomas Marriott. Boom! Amazing. Thank you so much, Thomas. Come on over. I can't wait to chat more. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you actually founded the Seattle Jazz Fellowship back in 2021.
Correct.
What can you tell me about why you started it?
Sure. Well, like a lot of people during the pandemic, we were out of work as musicians, and I spent a lot of time thinking about what was coming next after the pandemic. And unfortunately, our jazz community was kind of in transition even before the pandemic, in that we lost most of the venues that really catered to the local jazz musicians. So for the first time in the 100-year history of jazz music in Seattle, there was no club for local jazz musicians to really play and hang out and gather and form community and engage in mentorship and all of the things that have to happen around the bandstand for the music to continue. So Seattle Jazz Fellowship was founded in 2021 to kind of get the music and the community back into action.
Wow, so cool. And now you've organized a jazz night in Pioneer Square.
Yes.
It's tomorrow night, so what can people expect?
Oh yes, 13 bands, 13 venues, plus the jam session. The jam session has been going on every Tuesday night for almost 30 years at the Owl and Thistle, so that's the closer of our night. But we start at 6 o'clock, and we have bands sort of staggered every 30 minutes, starting until 8 o'clock, all around Pioneer Square at venues that are traditional music venues like the Central and Baba Yaga, and also venues that are not traditional like Long Books and some of the other restaurants. And it's all free. People just need to show up, ready to have a good time, and bring a raincoat.
Oh yeah, probably so. And this is a throwback to jazz nights that were popular back in the 80s and 90s, is that correct?
Yeah, well, in Pioneer Square for 25 years, there was a joint cover charge every weekend, and you could pay $5 and get a wristband and go from bar to bar to bar and hear jazz, blues, salsa, African music. It was a party all weekend long.
It was a vibe.
It was, yeah, for a long time. It was a lot of fun. And most of us who came up playing music in Seattle, that's where we got our start working as musicians, because that's where the work was. So yeah, this is trying to capture a little bit of that neighborhood spirit in the music, but also for us to meet our neighbors in Pioneer Square, where we've been running our pop-up venues since 2024. So
Amazing.
it's going to be a fun community night and also a night of great music, a little something for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here and that
Thanks for having
performance
us.
again.